not make popcorn while we're trying to podcast?
Oh, so. If I die, it's been nice knowing you.
I have spiritual wretched planets Cybertron, and now its residents shall witness its dismemberment. Rise, my podcast, serve your new master well. All hail Unicron.
Hey everybody, I'm calling you in from the storm right now. If you hear popcorn popping, that's actually hail in my house. We're having terrible storms right now, and if I lose,
if we lose Matt,
that means a tornado just hit my house and I'm probably dead. So, welcome to another episode of All Hail Unicron. This is episode 15. We're 15 years old, and I'm still not going to do what Oscar does because I don't know how to do that. So we're going to move on. We got two other people with us. Once again, Oscar is not joining us. He is in a cult right now. Mm-hmm. I think he might have drunk the little juicy juice. And I don't know. Hopefully he's still with us. But hopefully we'll get him back soon. Oh, it stopped. Okay, that's probably the tornado. All right. And then we have two people with us. We got T2R6. Justin, how you doing, fella?
I am well. How about you, Matt?
Well, I'm wet.
Besides the hurricane and hail.
I'm moist.
Is Gator
moist
in the
here.
house? We were worried about Gator.
Yeah, Gator's here. He's laying down. He's getting kind of worried a little bit. He doesn't get scared with storms. Do your dogs get scared with storms?
No. My two dogs currently do not. The dog that passed away earlier this year, he would crawl under beds and stuff. He was terrified. I'm like, you have never been left out in a storm in your life.
I know. I know. My dog acts like he's never get fed again. And I'm like, dude, I've been feeding you for like 9 years now, dude. Stop it. Just
exactly.
Get away. Yeah.
You will be fine.
I know. You'll be all right. And also joining with us, as always, we got the our favorite lawyer in the world, one of the four dummies that are a lot bigger than us. He's an internet celebrity. So we got Robert D with us. How you doing, fella?
I ate Chinese food and now I have gas.
At this point, I feel like I'm the one slumming it with the celebrities. I mean, like Matt is doing okay. Dude. Robert's on 4 dummies, and I just have this show.
I'm doing shit, man.
Matt gets so many views. Like he has a.
Oh, you're so full of shit. I do not. I'm terrible. My views.
He really does. Every video of yours I watch, it's got thousands of views.
No, dude. The only ones that get 1,000 views are my what's new and my shorts, and I don't even get anything in shorts.
You get more views than I get, so.
Matt, like people love Matt because he's just so like he doesn't. See, the thing about Matt, I think, Matt, you're very unique because you're very positive, yet at the same time, you don't, apologize for a figure's flaws. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
try
to harp on it.
You don't bullshit around it. You don't try to. It's not like you're not coming off as salesy. You're just like, it's obvious that you really like what you're handling.
Yeah.
But you're very honest, too. You always point out the flaws. But you don't come off as negative because you're not being negative. It's very genuine.
I don't want to sit there and harp on the bad stuff. I mean, official. They have waffles. Okay, I would turn myself blue if I talked about the waffles or anything. I just I just got to deal with it. There's always going to be a third party company come along to fill it in. So, giggity.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, and I am Deluxe Baldwin, and I'm your host today. So let's move on to did we get anything? Justin,
I did this week.
For this week?
Yeah, I did. Which I know is out of the norm. I got from what did I get? I feel like I got more than what I got, but I've been spending all day trying to think about it. The only thing I can think of that I got is I got the Magic Square Stunicons, the whole set. And,
nice. Yeah,
there's good, there's bad, I think they start out really strong with Breakdown and Wildrider, right? Like, I'm like, oh, great, perfect. Like, I'm glad those were the first two I opened because, like, I feel like Dead End and Drag Strip are a bit of a letdown. It's because it's like, like somehow Magic Square made these toys and then they didn't print one to be like, oh, we need to adjust the mold just a little to make these tabs work. Like, it's not a big deal, but like you have to take your brand new thing and file it, right? And like that just doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
And it's like, so like I fixed them and they're fine, but I'm like that's kind of disappointing. Like it's that like type of sloppy, build quality, I guess, that like you're like, and maybe it's just the plastic, but something changed between when they approved it and when it got produced, right? But and then like Motormaster, he's fine. Like his trailer is great. Like I don't know if I'd say it's great, but at least it works, and like it's fun to transform him back and forth from truck to robot and stuff. And like the actual Menasor is like, I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And like I love like the options to make it like modern comic book Menasor or like cooler G1 Menasor, and like that's what I picked. And like he looks cool. He looks nice sitting next to the Newage Devastator. Like they're the same size. I'm like, this is great. Like this is perfect. But like, yeah, it's so weird that Dead End and Drag Strip, it's kind of like they're like, this is good enough, like that was weird to me. But other than that is all I can think of. I thought I got something else, but for whatever reason I can't think of it. So
we had something like that happen with the Superiortron, the mini, the arm bots.
Yeah, the arm bots were just trash.
Yeah, they come off like that, where it's like they're like, fuck it, just get it out. Who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
They're already on the hook for this. Just get it done.
The leg bots were good. I'm glad we got the leg bots first, and then I checked out the second, the second pair, which were the arm bots, and I was like, oh Lord, this is gonna be in trouble. But then Silverbolt came out, and they're like, oh, okay, this is awesome. Silverbolt's great. But then when you combine them, you're like, oh, okay, good, thank God, because man, those arm bots for Superiortron was just, I was really worried about that.
I don't even like them. I don't like them in combined mode. Like I feel like they're unnecessarily messy compared to the rest of them.
Interesting.
I like Superiortron. I think
no, he's overall excellent. I just mean there's like different types of criticism. I feel that when something's bad, or when something's trying to be something it's not, but when something's really good. And then you're like, oh, why'd they do this? Because if that one little nitpick was just not there, it would be like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. You know what I mean?
I just think combiners in the whole are gonna have issues. Because with the way, is there really a perfect combiner? I know we say Toy World Constructor, but they're all really can be floppy messes. I mean, eventually they're gonna be floppy messes, even with the. The Zeta stuff, they're individually are floppy, especially the aerial bots from Zeta, the MP scale ones. But I mean, when you actually mess around with the combiner, it's not the sturdiest. I mean, you're getting floppiness in a lot of places still. Even with add-on parts, with when you have the waist and the thighs and everything. I mean, it's still, you could pick it up and just flop it around. I mean, it's just not going to be. It's not going to be perfect. I mean,
no. My constructor is flawed, but in a way that benefits me for what I want. Like, I will never be able to take Scrapper off of Devastator. He is wedged on forever. It would have to break. It's flawed. But yeah, I think you could argue that's the best one so far.
Yeah, but it still has issues. But anyways, Robert,
what did I get? I finally got in my Iron Factory Sea Spray.
Yay!
He's great, really is.
Is.
I found the alt mode. I'm really enjoying where Iron Factory is going now with their alt modes. For quite a while they were very why'd you bother?
I still think they're lazy in the engineering. I mean, compared to Magic Square and Newage, which I love Iron Factory. I love they make a great product. But as far as their transformations and their alt modes, sometimes, especially their transformations, are really lazy.
Well, yeah, I don't want to see hands. Like, I feel like if I see hands sticking out, it just says lazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what else? So I got that in. I got Magic Square Hound, and
Yay.
It's a great figure. I feel like they really did have to use that. It was very vinyl plasticky. They had to, though, because like that transformation, in order to really do it right, you have to be able to make like bend the spoon, so to speak, even though it wasn't difficult. Like, lining up the flank things, like the side flaps on the bottom of the Jeep, just getting it lined up right. You don't need to. It won't really make much of a difference, but like I'm the kind of guy who I know something isn't pegged in that could be, so it bothers me. So, but it's a really good figure. I'm bummed out that it doesn't have backwards leg articulation. I don't know why it doesn't.
Yeah, that was weird. There was just a cut or something, the butt. I mean, they could have cut off a little of the butt and they could have gave it some backward motion.
I mean, when you have, I feel like with an ab crunch, if you're going ab crunch, to really have a good ab crunch, it's not just about the abs. You have to have feet that articulate up and down, and you have to have legs that articulate front and back. That's how you really can do crazy poses with, and the head has to articulate.
Yes, I can say that's my biggest pet peeve. When a Legends has a ab crunch, but he can only look down, that's just a waste of an ab crunch. Like, what the fuck? He's just gonna look at his dick. That's all he's gonna do.
Right. If you want to have him running, he's got to be able to look up.
Yeah, I hate. Oh, that is one of my biggest pet peeves is having an ab crunch and you can't look up. It's like, that's just pointless. You just wasted a fucking ab crunch.
If you want to do a crotch thrust pose, he's got to be able to have his legs go back and his feet go forward. Yeah, it's like a lot of different poses you can't do. You got his head. It's not just about ab crunch. That's not the sole fix to articulation. It's those points are it's ab crunch, head, ankles, and hips. I mean, we take for granted they usually have hip articulation, but the feet have to go up and down too in the head. Anyway, got that, and I also got in Fanstoys Chomp. It's amazing. I love him. I saw a lot of negative, not negative.
I love him.
Yeah, very blasé kind of reception, and I'm like, why? He has very, very, very good presence, and I think he's built really well.
Yeah, that paint, man. God dang.
Yeah, I don't have any trouble with the hips, the shoulders. I don't mind ball joints on something that solid and hefty. Like, reminds me of
Mine are tight, dude. The shoulders are tight, so I'm happy. If it would have been loose, I would have been, I would have said something. But mine are really tight. The tolerances, because with the legs too as well, spreading out. I like to have ratchets, especially something that big and that heavy. But man, my tolerances are really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's Fanstoys, and we know that over time they can get loose. You don't have a ratchet, they can get very loose. It's just problematic. But overall, I think he's so much fun, and simple. Not overly engineered.
It's Skull Cruncher. I mean, it's just
But the head, that backpack tabs into his back. It kind of goes in. It sticks.
Oh, the Headmaster tabs in too. I like that. Yeah. That was a good. I like that. That when they tabbed in on the arms and the legs, I like that. That's more sturdier. Instead of just just hanging off there or something. That was pretty cool.
He's got decent articulation. I mean, the head. I mean, the as a head, he's got decent articulation. It's not perfect, but it's decent for a Headmaster.
Yeah, I can't look up. He needs to. I mean, I think it's an older. It's an. It definitely is an older model. I think it doesn't have an. I wish it could have had it. I think they could have added an ab crunch to that one.
Yeah.
But he couldn't look up either, so that would have pissed me off too. So that would have been like that, but it was the ab crunch. So maybe that was good. He didn't.
And what else did I get? I got in the Deformation Space Blaster. I just got that in today, and I gotta say the materials feel great. It really does. It's really nice plastic. But out of the gates, his shoulder wasn't assembled properly. Like blatantly. Let me see if I can send this to you. I forgot to show you guys. Hold on. Like they didn't put the pieces together flush. So his shoulder was just sitting separated, and it was very difficult to fix. Just because there's so much friction there. Here, send it. You have to zoom in to see it, but like his shoulder was literally separated. The pieces weren't pushed together, and then so it's really cool. He's got a really,
That's a pretty big gap that they left there.
Yeah, they just didn't actually push the pieces together. And it's like, what? Why? I had to do it just saying, what, if it breaks, it breaks, but I forced it. It took a lot of pressure, but I got it to squeak together. We'll see how it holds up. And I love the ejection gimmick. It's a nice, satisfying spring feeling to push in the button. And like that's what pushes the back of the chest cavity forward to, I guess, eject a tape. But, you know, Ramhorn is too big for his chest cavity. Like, I'm afraid to test to see whether I put it in upside down. Because it was so, once it went in there, it was wedged. So the whole ejection gimmick didn't work. And I had to like get a little screwdriver to pull some parts, you know, transform some parts of the cassette so I could pull it out physically because it was very wedged. And then on Ramhorn, half of his, I think it's his horn, because it's split now, fell off of a pin. You know, so once you get a pin fail, it really loses its integrity. Like this will forever is in danger of the pin falling out and the piece falling off. You know, so that sucks. And the Ramhorn's not, I mean, I don't mind. I think the tape mode's pretty good for what it is. There's no real paint, not too much paint on it. Like his eyes are painted and his shoulder rockets are painted and the rest is just molded plastic. But it's, I mean, compared to Fanstoys tapes, I think it's pretty good because Fanstoys tapes, like, don't, you know, they're not the best. And but it's Ramhorn. It's just kind of lifeless. But I don't know. I'm just frustrated at little things. And like, what did I do just now? I was trying to transform him, and there's just flaps that you unfold from the back, like, you know, opening up flaps because he turns into a big rectangle. And I wasn't even pulling on this section near the flaps that is screwed in. But because the flaps were so tight, somehow it was putting force on this other section that's some type of screwed in flap. You see the screw. It was pulling that out. Like the screw, I don't want to even test it. Somehow this, whatever the screw is going into, isn't really holding anything. You know? So I'm a little shocked at just the build of it. You know, I can't blame them.
You might got a lemon.
I don't know. And then there's some blemishes on the plastic where, like, you see, like, shiny bits, like it somehow got rubbed on something. But, I mean, it's weird, though, because generally speaking, you're like, oh, you know, he's hefty, he's solid, and cool sculpt. The hips are a little weird. You have to drop the hips down to move the legs, like, to get any real articulation.
I like that. A lot of people do. A lot of companies are starting to do that now.
Well, the way what I've seen is you get articulation, and if you want more articulation, then you drop them down. This, if you want any forward, back, left, or inside out articulation, they can't be fully up. You know,
okay,
like they're basically stuck there, other than like a 1 degree. You know, which is like okay, yeah. So I don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna transform it and see how I feel. You know. But and I had a heartbreak, a real heartbreak. One of my favorite old school Transformers died. I don't know when this happened, but I found my my Make Toys Megatron on the floor with his arm broken off.
Oh no!
Damn.
Yeah, and it's
which one?
The Make Toys Megatron.
Oh, the MP one. Oh, Deathzaurus or whatever. Or what are they called? Damn, dude, you got too many people. Are people coming in and just knocking over shit or something?
Dude, I don't know. Now I don't know.
Last week or a couple weeks ago was Bruticus and some other shit, and now you got, man, dude, you need to either level off your shit or tell people to quit going in your room.
I'm gonna get it out of here.
Get it out of there. All right, well that's cool.
Yeah, that's it. What about you, Matthew? What did you get?
Well, thank you. I got, one sec. I got some legacy stuff in. I got Bulkhead. I got 3 of the core class. I got Hot Rod, Thundercracker, and Iguanus. I did get in Chomp as well. I love him. I don't know why people are. I mean, he's great. I mean, I love him and Mindwiper. Really, actually, all 3 of the Decepticon headmasters are really good, to be honest.
They are.
Lupus is kind of, you know, probably my least favorite, but I still like him. If that makes sense.
The alt mode's great on Lupus, though. You know.
So I guess my question is like, are these figures like, is like Chomp less interesting to people because like most of the Decepticon headmasters have like a more like simplistic design? Like it's kind of hard to make like Lupus. It's like it's a wolf that the arms and legs have to be in specific locations. Like it's the same thing that happened with like the Dinobots. Like it's hard to make it different than what they are given, the alt mode that it carries and stuff. It's like, is that the case with Skullcruncher? Like, he's very specifically gonna look like the crocodile or alligator or whatever he is.
I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
I think what it is articulation.
Mm-hmm.
They look like bricks, because they're G1,
Mm-hmm.
and they're painted simply, not poorly, but because they're G1. But I think what the articulation kind of matches the design.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. I think the biggest if they were really well articulated, people would utterly love them, because you could take something that is simple looking and make it very dynamic and interesting.
I think the articulation is good enough. I mean, you get some good poses. I mean, I don't see the headmaster, especially the Decepticons. They're kind of like brutes. I don't see them being like ninjas. I don't see them doing stuff on the ground. Doing all this flips and stuff and everything. They're just brutes. They're big brutes to me. I mean, the articulation is really decent enough. I got some good pictures and stuff, and the paint is just great. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Like, that's the thing, is like, I never, like, when, especially for G1 Transformers, when they don't have like a whole ton of articulation, like, I don't find myself super surprised. Like, if they can kind of look good, like, like, you never, in G1 cartoon, it's like, what characters would I expect to be like posable? And it's probably like Nightbird. It's like, I don't.
Yeah, like Jazz or something. I don't expect like Ironhide or Bulkhead. I don't expect Bulkhead to be have any hardly any articulation. He's a brute. They're just
exactly.
big Transformers. So for me, I don't see the Decepticon headmasters having to have tons of articulation.
Mm-hmm.
They have enough. I mean, he does have some good articulation. It's just he didn't have the dynamic poses. But I'm not going to put Chomp into dynamic poses. But that's just me. I got the premium finish Siege Starscream, which I don't think anybody needs them unless unless you're a big Starscream fan like I am.
Like, what's premium about it? Just like extra paint apps on it?
It's a gray color. It's a different color, basically. All it is. It's not worth it. It's $50 and it's like $25 more than what the original one was, and it's not worth it. Just the paint's a little darker. And he's got the gray plastic like the MP-52 kind of thing going on. So there's nothing really premium about it, to be honest. So I probably won't get any more of those premiums.
That's what I like about you, Matt. You're very honest about that. Like Robert said, you're not apologizing for what's happening. You're just
I love the
straightforward.
mold.
Like,
I mean, it's a good Transformer.
recommend or
I
don't.
love it. It's one of my favorites. It is one of my favorites from the War of Cybertron line.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great mold. But I'm just saying, if someone had already got the original one,
There's
you
no
definitely
point.
don't get this one. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to get the other one. So unless you're a big Star Trek fan like me.
Straight to you. I like it, Matt.
I got Iron Factory Tyrant Wings Desert Rose, which is their Sandstorm. That review will be out tomorrow. I love it. I love the Seekers. God, I got like 15 more of those I got at least 15 Seekers of that stuff. So they're still milking that mold. So.
And they will continue to milk that mold until they can't anymore.
Yeah, but surprisingly, it's still tight though. It's a lot tighter than the other ones, which is a cone head. I don't think they've done a lot of the cone heads. They've done a lot of the Seekers, but the cone heads, I don't think they've really done a lot of those. But it is retooled for the Seekers. But it's good still. I like it. I got Mocha. I got Big Firebird Mocha, big tits. I love her, man. She's awesome. I like her better than Nicey. The car mode is just slick. The color combo is just awesome. She has a lot of stuff, and I like it. She's a lot of fun. That's one I expect to have a lot of articulation, and she does. I love taking pictures. I could take pictures of her all day, man, because there's so many poses you can do with her, and it's really awesome. I got Megatank Monocrat, which is the Megatron.
Still waiting for mine.
It's good too. I love it. Now it's got just like you were talking about the hips, sliding down. They got the little sliders, and that was really cool. But he can lift his legs up and stuff and everything without doing the slider.
All right.
But you get more articulation from it. It's great. I mean, transformation, pretty fun. The engineering, the build. I mean, it definitely goes in with the 3.0 stuff. I mean, you can put him right in there, and it looks all just fucking awesome. He's really good.
Now they say the scaling was intentional. It's that based on some concept art or whatnot, that was supposed to be his
supposed to be
scale.
Megatron. Yeah, that was supposed to be Megatron in the Bumblebee movie. If he would have been the movie, that was going to be him.
And he's supposed to be much bigger than Prime. Much bigger.
He is. He is much bigger than Prime. He's a lot bigger than Prime. And I like
him being bigger.
It's really good. I mean, and he comes with batteries, man. That is so awesome. I like that. That's a nice touch. They already installed the batteries.
I know.
I got a Legacy Later class Optimus Prime, the G2 one. I got him. And I got Arch Core. I got some new Arch Core stuff. That's, if anybody don't know about that stuff, it's kind of the 40K stuff, like a Vikings meets the Mad Max stuff. I got I got the other Wolf, which is called Wolf Freaky or something. I'll call him Freaky Dicky. I love this stuff. Arch Core is they came out strong last year, and they got a lot of stuff coming, and I'm excited for it. It's really cool. And I think that's it. That's all I got so far. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
That was a good haul on that.
Yeah, man, she's getting scared. But anyways, let's move on with the news. So we got third party Fanstoys. We got some repaints. We'll just talk about these two together.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Astrotrain. We got two of the versions. We got American version and we got a Japanese version. And then we also got Fanstoys Galvatron, which we got the toy deco. I got the Galvatron one because I like the toy deco. It looks really good. I pass on the Astrotrains because I don't really want those. But what do y'all think? I think the rumor is that these are going to be helping fund Fort Max. Why don't y'all fund the rest of the combiners? How about that?
Yeah, really.
The combiners? How about that? But what do y'all think about these? Did anybody get I think, Robert, I know you got these, didn't you? On pre-order?
Yeah, I had the FOMO hit me hard because I really wanted the toy version of Astrotrain because that's what I had as a kid. I remember it. But I can't remember if it was the purple one or the black one. So I'm like, I got to get both. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good on the Astrotrains. But I definitely, the Galvatron, yeah, I love the toy version. I like that color scheme. So
that thing's sold out right away. I got that too. Yeah. I'm excited about that. I never had Galvatron as a kid. My friend did. The friend with all the Transformers, and it's really cool. I love that. But I don't know. This sold out immediately, and the Thomas did not. I even checked recently to see if it was still available anywhere. I'm surprised. I think that's a sleeper. It's gonna a late 11th inning thing, where people are gonna go and snatch it up.
What was it? $239 a pop though. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
That's crazy. I mean, exactly.
But I definitely, I had to jump on the Galvatron. When I saw that, I was like, ooh. Now, what do y'all think about them? Like, it's funding, it's supposed to be. I don't know for sure, but the rumor is it's funding the Fort Max, and they're not even worrying about putting out their rest of their combiners.
I mean, to me, honestly, I expect to get Cerebros from Fort Max, but I am gonna be super duper surprised if they actually do a full size Fort Max like that. And it's when you say it's funding it, it's not gonna be that much cheaper for the fans and stuff. I really would rather you finish your combiners. At this point, for the Stunticons, we need Dead End, and we need to figure out how the hell this thing's combining, right? We don't really know that. Just fucking finish something. That's the thing that frustrates me the most, is that I've had 4/5 of Menosaurs sitting here with no foreseeable path to fixing that yet. Just finish.
Well, okay, but how do we? Maybe the money is going to Fort Max, but maybe they're also going to use it to help figure out how to finish the combiners. Because obviously the problem is their combiners are failing because they're just too fucking heavy, and they can't make a ratchet that'll keep the hips together. It would be too big, obviously. So they just don't know, but they can't just stop making toys. because
yes,
they can't
but like,
fix this
but
problem.
when you look at it, like Fort Max is not the toy that's going to be flying off the shelves, making them like crazy amounts of money. Like it's got to be like a fairly limited thing. They're not going to sell thousands of them easily, you know, like because it's going to be super pricey, and that's why I said like Cerebros. I get that Cerebros is definitely going to be something that you can you know, you can pitch that character because it's not you know, $1,000 thing just to get that
I'll be
character
right back.
represented.
My wife is freaking out. She hydroplaned or something. She got water in the car. I'll be right back, man.
Yep,
Just hold
go ahead.
on.
Yeah, take care of her for
But
sure.
I mean, look, I hear you, but I also think a combiner is just as, isn't it just as expensive? How much is a combiner? Fully at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, and so if they're gonna do that, and I hear you, and I feel like if you're gonna do that, like I think you need to release Fort Max in some pieces, like you did. What the fuck was its name? Omega Supreme, right? Like that's how you're gonna make that actually be usable, in my opinion.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate on behalf of Fanstoys, and I'm gonna argue that it's the fans' fault. It's the fans' faults why they haven't finished the combiner. You know why?
Why is that?
Because, okay, we go back to Keith and how he first handled that knockoff of his first Sonicon, right? He dropped the price to like, was it $40 for one or 60? So it was cheap. People thought, oh, he's so great. Oh, he's taking care of the fans. Yeah, and then it killed the KO. And he tricked everyone because when it came time for the trailer, wasn't it totally separate and very expensive, right? He made his money back and then some on everybody. So there's baggage in the community, and people have been chirping about this for quite a while now, saying, oh, they told us it wouldn't cost more than XYZ. It better not cost more than XYZ. So I can see there being pressure. I'm not sure if, like, you know, I'm not sure if they give a shit, but I can see the pressure there of, okay, the only solution is a more expensive solution. And they might not want to go that route because of the negative backlash. I don't know if Fanstoys really gives a shit, but it's weird to me. And I thought I remember rumor about the Dalan Janga guy getting in trouble for making that representation about the price. But I can lay some of the blame on the fans here. You know, I think, you know, if they had been very welcoming and saying, look, you know, like on that issue, like, listen, if it costs more, if that's what it is to get it done, do it. You know, I also blame Fanstoys. They should be a little more vocal and explanatory. They should. There should be some type of PSA right now about what's going on, because people are souring on them because of this.
Yeah, I would agree.
Based on this whole situation, you know, all together, people are souring on them with these $239 per repaint, boom, 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 no combiner, no word on it. Oh, here's Fort Max, you know, not what you want.
I mean, they're definitely putting out more, you know, they're putting out more products than a lot of their competitors. Like, you know, they're announcing things, they're moving forward. We're not seeing things that have been in development for, you know, years on years, even though they like to get ragged on for that too. But it's just factually like untrue, right? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, like you do have to tell us about things that people have bought in, you know, at this point, you know, hypocritically saying what people have bought in 2 years ago. Like you're still putting out new stuff, but you do have things that have been hanging around in the ether for years that you need to kind of open up about. And if it is a challenge and you're trying to work it out, like that's fine. Just be honest. Like say, you know, XYZ thing's not turning out quite how we expect. Sorry for the delay. We're still working on it, you know? Just to let people know that you haven't forgot about them. So.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I might break this thing right now. Okay, no, I won't. That was weird. I'm doing the blaster part. We have everything opened up, and then you have to fold everything in to make the box. And I see a joint with a big screw in it next to his knee. And I'm pushing it. It's super tight. and there's no clicking, no nothing, and I think I'm breaking it, but it was actually just moving. Like they have joints based on screws here. Like I never like seeing that. Yeah, I don't like seeing a screw for a joint, not a articulation joint, but I don't like seeing screws because it's just chewing away inside there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, while Matt's out, let's move on to the next topic, I guess. The next one is the Junkion Combiner, and this is by what's their name?
Menon.
Like Toys, Junkyo and Combiner.
Toys?
I don't know if that's the thing, but so basically, what Junkions is this combining? Is this combining your KFC ones?
This is like a 3D printed Zeta style body for your KFC Junkions. Is it KFC X Transbots?
I don't know. Whatever. Same company, right?
Keith.
Hey, y'all. Sorry about this. I gotta go. My boss freaking out. I gotta go.
No worries, man. Go take care of her. If we see you later,
is she okay, Matt? Is she okay, Matt? Is she okay?
Yeah, I guess she's fine. She's pissed, but I don't care. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
You take care, Matt. We'll got it from here. So.
Bye, Oscar. She's gonna be mad I said that.
So anyway, yeah. So this is a 3D printed thing. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. So how solid is a 3D printed? Like what?
I mean, it could be, but like. To me, this is like a what's the point type thing. Like, I mean...
Hey, Justin, can you make 3D... You could make them, but would 3D printed ratchets function properly?
So it depends, because there's two types of 3D printers, right? There's resin 3D printers, and then there's the filament-based ones. And the resin ones, I don't have much experience with them, but I think you could make better teeth than you'd be able to make with a filament based one. Filament's kind of like your entry level 3D printer, and resin is the one that actually makes really nice looking projects and stuff. So I think you could make it work. You'd have to be careful with how you like tension springs and stuff, but like I guess the question would be, would it be capable of holding up figures and be functional? And that I don't know. How many figures did they show that this would hold? I can see we got 1, 2. It almost looks, I guess it's probably 1 for the chest. Maybe, does it fold in half, or is it 2 for the chest? I can't tell how many Junkions you need to make this thing. But it looks like a lot. And I guess if you have all of the KFC ones, you may have enough to fill this out. But I don't know.
Trying to see, how do I just minimize the chat. I suck at this. I wanted to go to the chat to see, because we said we have a video.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, there is that video, isn't there? Let me see. Go back and look.
How long is this thing?
Okay. I see you moving a Junkion.
So he's got two. He's got 2 motorcycles in his chest.
Okay, yeah. So you need.
I'm not sure if he's got one on his back though. Hold on.
You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Junkions at least to form this thing. Which is cool. Like, okay, like this like passion project by a fan. Great. I don't need it in my life, but cool that you made it and you're happy with it. Yeah.
I just don't get it. It's because it's not a real. Maybe it's 5. 1, 2, no, 4, yeah, 6. But I mean, it's just like there was no Junkion Combiner ever, right? Was there?
Nope.
In a comic or something?
Not that I'm aware of. So.
Why did Junkion?
Granted, I have not read all the comics, so maybe there's something I don't know. But yeah, I'm good without this personally.
I can see the allure of making Junkions combine. Like I can see in the fiction the idea that, hey, why not? Why can't they combine? Mm-hmm. They're Junkions. But at the same time, it's like, well, the allure of the Constructicons is that they combine into a giant. The allure of the Dinobots is they don't need to,
right? Because
they are the heavy hitters individually. They don't need to combine. The Junkions are a swarm that keeps coming at you even after you destroy them.
Yeah.
So why would they need to combine? You know, just that's the same thing why we don't have an Insecticon combiner, because they're a different type of swarm that clone itself. You know? I like the personality traits of each like team or robots, like their special uniqueness.
Yeah.
That's what is partially attractive, That's why in the original, the G1 stuff, remember in the beginning, Skywarp actually teleported, Thundercracker, like you had them all did something special and unique. The Autobots all had powers, and that kind of faded away.
It did, yeah, for sure.
So this takes away from that. Of course it's cool to be like, yeah, they combine, but that's not the point of them. You're losing their essence. Yeah. That's why I don't like the Dinobot Combiner.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, if this is... like I said, though, it is a fan thing, and like if you're happy with it or you're someone that likes it, like that's fine. Like it's not,
you win.
It's not for me. I wouldn't get it, but like I gotta applaud the effort that's gone into actually creating the thing, and that part I think, someone
There's
did spend a lot of time and effort on it. So
there's no, I don't mean to knock that. I think it's wonderful to see this kind of creativity and interest. I mean, the worst thing is for people not to care about anything, like. Seeing people creating and stuff, even if it's something that's not for me, it excites me still to see that. I like seeing things I'm not interested in. It sounds crazy, right? But like that Matt collects that 40K style stuff he was just talking about. Or that he gets those box things. They seem really interesting.
Or he likes to collect Transformers with boobs.
Right. Yeah. That stuff's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad that there's stuff out there that isn't my cup of tea. It's like going to the movies. Do I want to go to a movie theater with only one theater in it? Is it as exciting when I'm going to like a movieplex and it's like 20 movies are playing and I picked mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Boy, Matt's been giving me a hard time about the. So I've also been on the Mocha. At some point, I will have her drop in my pile of loot, but like I can't stand the chest. I cannot stand it. I'm like, there's no place for that on my robot toys. And I'm like, so I did find someone on TFW who makes resin molds of his own, like created like more G1 RC chest. I'm like, yes, I will buy that, please. And I'll just have to paint it. And he's like, nah, it needs the boobs. I'm like, it doesn't need the boobs, Matt. Like, it really doesn't. Like, if you're happy with it, that's fine. But
that's
I don't
why I
need
had to I gave mine away just because like my kids love RC and I don't want them to see that on my shelf. Like, it's not that I don't want them to see like it's because I don't want them to think that I'm like creepy.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So mine, I'll have to show you a picture of the alternate chest, but it's much more like cartoon looking. I'm like, I'm down with that. Like that looks nice. So. But this alt mode, this DS alt mode is kind of weak, man. Like it's striving for like a really clean alt mode, but getting there is really unnecessarily fiddly. Your deformation space blaster?
Yeah, like trying, you have some toys you're trying to fix one set of panels and it makes another set of panels pop out and then the whole thing becomes messed up on that end. Not just because the panels popped out, but because now everything is misaligned and smushed in the wrong direction.
Right.
Oh my God. I don't like that. I don't like panel formers. And I know it's like hard to say, like, well, whatever. He turns into a box. I still don't like panel formers because of that. It's just, it feels like a farce. But I mean, I also like the variety, Yeah. I like that some Transformers are panel formers, but I just find transforming them to be really obnoxious. And he has some bits I don't understand that are sticking up. This is weird. Weird.
All right, so let's move on to the next thing. The next thing is upcoming Fans Hobby repaints, I suppose. We don't have too much to say about this, but basically, Fans Hobbies have shown a prototype of, I guess, the little Minicon that came with whatever their Armada Optimus Prime painted with like actual gold paint or cast in gold, I guess. I'm not sure if it's cast in gold or painted gold. I'm guessing cast. I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but like honestly, like this little Minicon kind of sucks. So
yeah, explain this to me again,
like,
because I didn't follow that. Okay, this is this an all new figure, or did you say this was an upgrade kit?
This little Minicon has come with it came with the Armada Optimus Prime that came out, I don't know, like a year ago, something like that now. So this is not a new figure, or at least it doesn't look like it is. So Why they're doing this test of the mini robot in gold, I'm guessing they're releasing some different version of Armada Prime or something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just a cheap gold bug.
Yeah, maybe. So, well, this is really small though. It's a Minicon, like real small, very small figure. So I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So we will see what comes of this. That's all that I can say. Someone in the comments said something about some final battle or like a Power Links repaint of Optimus Prime. People think shut up and take my money, but whatever. I really don't.
Really that? I mean, is there that much of a demand for that Prime that people will buy repaints?
I guess so. It's not my like the Prime is good. The Prime is really good, except that fucking Fans Hobby apparently sent replacement parts for us with the broken chest back, pre 2021. And apparently it has not arrived anywhere, and I'm still waiting for my parts for my cracked out of the box chest.
Wow.
So, that's a little disappointing on their part, and yeah, I don't know. This is a case that Prime's really good. He's a fun toy. His transformation's good. But I don't know. I can't get behind this gold Minicon. I guess he's a teaser for something else that people are excited about, but I would not be buying a repaint personally.
I am going to send you a picture. I got this thing transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. And then I'm going to send you a photo of now. Oh, no, that's the whole thing. Do you see how the cassette basically doesn't fit in the chest
Yeah,
hole?
I can see that. You can see like the parts of, I guess it looks like the horn maybe or something. It's like sticking up above it.
It's not even that. It's literally the entirety of it. The entire perimeter.
Yeah.
It's just a little too big. You can get it in there. You can get it in there if you want to push.
Yeah.
I don't want to push.
Yeah, don't blame you.
And if you put them in backwards,
it just feels like, it looks like the type of thing that like once you get it in, it's never going to come out.
Right.
Did that. And I feel, and honestly, and this is not a knock against Deformation Space or whatever, like I feel like Fans Toys Soundwave has the same problem. Like I feel like if you put something into the cavity where it's supposed to stick the second one, you're not getting it back out. So
I don't want to push this in.
Yeah.
I just don't want to push this thing in. This sucks. And I really want to store it in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Very nice.
I'm an idiot. It's stuck now. I don't care. Fuck it. Like, I hate the ram horn, so he's just gonna stay in his chest anyway.
Mm-hmm. Does it have no like actual tape deco outside those black circles that are supposed to be the spool, whatever, winders?
No, yes. Yeah, this is the whole front.
Yeah. I always like it when the tape, at least on one side, has some kind of tape deco, personally. But
oh, you mean the tape itself? Hold on. Yeah, that's it. That's the front.
Okay.
That's the front, and this thing does not want to come out. Why did I do that again?
Good job, Robert, breaking your toys.
Do you see how wedged that is? Like, you can get it in.
Yeah.
The whole thing. It's not just the horns.
Mm-hmm.
It's the entire... Let's take a close-up. No, that's too freaking... Come on, now. I love my Android phone. As soon as I want to take the picture, it blurs.
Uh-huh. What kind of phone do you have?
Note 10 or whatever.
Okay.
I want to get the Fold Z.
Okay.
That's what it's called. Folds out into a tablet.
Yeah.
But my wife's pushing me to get an iPhone, but I really don't want to get an iPhone because I'm not a sheep.
Me neither. Bedell likes the iPhones, and she's like, "You should get one." I'm like, "No, never." So,
I'm like, no, why? Because everyone says they're so cool, and I don't care. I don't want to be an iPhone person.
Exactly. I'm happy with my Androids.
I feel like I'm in a cult.
Yeah.
Like,
I've started even going away personally from Samsungs. I had them for a while, and then like I switched to the Pixel 3 XL, and now I'm getting the 6 is coming in the mail tomorrow. I believe it's supposed to be here. So
interesting. Wow, you are a rebel.
Yeah. I'm out of the Samsung cult too. So
This really is. This just like could have been cool, but there's enough of little things that bother me about this fucking blaster.
Yeah.
Like, I can't eject the tape, and I stuck it in there anyway.
Is it going to be showing up at my house so I can help you get it out? Is that what's going to happen?
I can get it out. To get it out, you just have to like
break the toy.
You just have to pull out 2 parts that fold during transformation, and then you can grab the whole tape and pull it out.
Okay.
But now one of the horn might fall off the pin, like where one of the half the horns is might fall off. So I've got to do this over something. It's like that. It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking put these little pins in. As soon as one fails, it's now always going to be falling out, and little things like that. Like, who do you blame for that? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, what's next?
All right, moving on. Next thing is Newage has posted pictures of their Cyclonus, and
they posted 2, and this is the purple one, and then later on there's the blue one. It's down to maybe or whatever.
Now, Newage already has the Cyclonus, right? So this is you got the blue one. Which one's the blue one? The blue is that supposed to be like the toy related? Like,
let's see here.
Looking for the blue one. The blue one's got a weird face to me.
Where is it? Is it on the list here?
No, I'm gonna post the link right here. I'll post it underneath it. I didn't realize they had posted 2. I'm like, oh, I already got this one. But
did he come out yet? I don't remember.
His face is weird. There is a Newage Cyclonus, isn't there? Newage Cyclonus. I'm pretty sure I have a Cyclonus. Maybe I don't.
Released yet? I don't think it was released yet.
Yeah, maybe I don't. I'm thinking I did, but I guess I don't. So
you have the magic square.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. The only thing I don't like is the face, I guess, of the purple one, the blue one. The purple one is kind of your IDW Cyclonus, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's fine.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Newage and Newage. I'm going to try to get them together next to each other. So they didn't really remold it except for the head and the swords. Mm-hmm. But that's cool. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, he's a very specific Cyclonus, and I know there's fans of him, so good on them. It's a smart thing to do.
Now, let me ask you this. Are you offended that they repainted it and just gave you a new head and weapons, but didn't remold the body at all?
Me personally, no, but I don't have a huge affinity to this Cyclonus, but I will say, like, I think... Like I could see where
he's got hip skirts now.
Yeah,
okay.
Like I could see where you might be a little bothered by it, but like I feel like asking them to retool the mold just for that one iteration is a lot to ask, right? Like,
so you're not buying this. Do you think there's a significant number of collectors who will not be buying this one?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you have to be a fan of IDW Cyclonus to be like, I'm in on this. You're going to have people who are new age fans who would probably buy it. Like Matt, I don't know where he stands on IDW, but he's probably in just because he's a new age fan.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that like the average collector is probably going to pick the blue one and then call it a day, right? Like, I don't think you're going to buy this if you're like, why does Cyclonus look like this?
Yeah.
But I think if you are a fan, like I don't think like even if it's not 100% perfect, like I think it's a decent enough representation of that version of Cyclonus, right?
But I mean, it's not just like an MMC move.
Yeah, it is for sure.
It's like, wait a minute, okay, you're selling a new figure, it's the same price.
Mm-hmm.
It's, obviously this is where they're making their money on this one, but it's just like, should they have retooled it? Maybe from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense, but
yeah, I feel like the proportions and stuff, might have to do some changing in like where parts are, and like I feel from that point, like economically, it just doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to do this. But yeah,
just hit the color and silhouette cues, get those hip skirts, get the head right. Yeah, I can see that.
So,
all right, what else are we looking at?
All right, moving on. So we've got the KFC is releasing their version of the hospital table because that's something that we've all desperately needed in our lives. Yeah.
Now, do you have to have a gray prime, or can you have dying prime, where it's just normal?
Yeah, and my question is like, what a picture, like, so go to the pictures and like you see the table opens up, and like they've like stuff like
Was that for RC?
There's stuff cash in there. Like what?
Is that what are those floor mats?
Yeah.
What is?
I mean, okay, I guess like.
What is
and they're
that?
they're like we just want to show you the size of the compartment, but like what's
Oh, you're
point?
right. It's money.
What's the point of the compartment?
What is the point? What are you gonna
Just
store
to
in
be
there?
like it opens. Like if the compartment doesn't do anything but open, then why are you wasting my time with the part count? Like
I'm gonna store 2 New Age Constructicon horns in here.
yeah, that's great. Yeah, there you go. It's a perfect place to store a bunch of accessories, and you can just put a couple
Not
guns
even.
in there and stuff like that you don't want to lose.
Like
So.
1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 8 guns if they're little.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 if they're not. I don't. Okay, one cool thing is you can reenact the scene on your shelf.
Sure.
That seems like a real waste of MP-44 though, to have him laying on a hospital bed.
I agree.
I would have loved somebody like a third party do like a tall flight stand with like with the little side jets, so you can reenact his pose where after he transforms in the movie and he's flying up in the air right after he shot the little jets to go up high.
Mhm.
That would have been cool. I'll pay for that, man. Imagine having that thing on your shelf. Oh,
Mhm.
whatever. People are gonna buy this though.
Oh
Obviously.
yeah, I'm sure.
I just
sure.
don't. I don't understand the flippy parts. Like, what's the little TV screen for? Is that if you got a little kid transformer needs to watch something while he gets his tooth drilled?
Mhm. Yeah, I
What's the
think
H? What's the H stand for? Huh? Is that like a message? The big H.
Yeah, I don't know.
Happy to give you medical assistance.
Yeah.
Look at Perceptor. Perceptor's like, you're dead, dude.
That makes the whole thing even better.
Oh God.
I don't
All
even
right.
feel like from what I remember in the movie, this is not even what the table looked like either, right? Like, am I wrong? Is this?
Let's see. Let's take a look. I want to Google it. Optimus Prime death scene.
Yeah, put
It's
a good
gotta
picture.
look like it. Optimus Prime death scene.
I really don't remember it looking like this personally, but
The H. Let's see. He's laying. Let's see if we get a wide shot. Okay. It does not look like this.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit.
like the
But
only
it
thing is that it might be orange. Like I don't recall the H personally.
It's a very mild H. They definitely exaggerated this H here.
Okay. And it fits Optimus Prime's body a little bit better than this, right? Like it's closer to his size. Like there's not looking like a little kid on an exam table or something like that.
This is pretty. He's a little bigger in the movie on it, I think. It's weird. Width-wise, he's bigger. His head and feet come to where we see the middle of the H, but they made the legs of the H. Here, I posted it to the chat.
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
The legs of the H shouldn't be that long, man.
Yeah, they should just be like little accents to it, right? Like
Yeah, not like whole legs. Really takes away from it. They should be.
and certainly
See,
from that
no.
one scene we saw where it flipped open and
No, but
Chinese
look.
money came out. So
Okay, but look. On each of the prongs, you've got a line in the middle, right?
mhm.
So, according to the animation, there should be a solid piece of plastic just above that line going across.
Mhm.
There isn't. It's just a missing piece on the top and the bottom.
Do you think it's not finished?
It looks finished.
Yeah,
I
it
just
looks
don't
finished to me
think
too.
they cared. You know,
Is
and
this
it was
thing up
all
for pre-order?
four.
How much is this piece of
I
crap?
think it can't. Maybe it's just all four. They can have that
$45.
They can have that flip out gimmick. Here we go. Keith is giving us something that takes away from a mold so that he can have a gimmick no one asked for.
Where's Oscar when you need him? Where is Oscar?
How much is it?
$45.
Oh my God.
$45 so you can take up more real estate with your MP Optimus Prime by laying him down across your shelf.
And you can't even fit I mean, you can't. This isn't a detail. Forget it. You better have some risers and have the other Autobots floating above him, or vice versa.
Bobby better have this and have it on one of his diorama shelves.
Have this thing hanging by fishing wire from the top of like the inside of your detailed shelf, and have it like he's possessed, and his table is floating him up to the ceiling, and all the Autobots are under him, pointing up at him. Like, there's no way to display this in a detail. So there goes 75% of the collectors. You know, but if you have this on a Billy shelf, this is going to take up most of the depth of the Billy shelf. So you can't have any Transformers around him.
You can't reenact the scene where they're all standing around him, nor is it going to look right either, I don't think.
Because you won't be able to see the other Transformers. He'd have to be at like a 3/4 angle. You could work it that way and just look at the backs. This is where you will have the backs of your Transformers being displayed.
There you go. Perfect.
Unless you display him contrary to how you remember him, and you have him head towards the viewer and feet towards the back of the shelf, and then you'll be able to see all your Autobots looking at him. Yeah, because they're looking towards his head. You know, and I guess he could go perpendicular inside of a Billy. You know, he's just coming up to the edge of a Billy. You know, and but you got to have him. If you have him posed as you saw him in the movie, you will be looking at the backs of, you know, 3/4 view backs of the Autobots.
Yeah.
So you have to flip that around, and it kind of takes away from the whole point of reenacting a scene as you saw it. Because that's not what it looked like. They weren't facing you. They were facing away from you. You were all looking at the dying patient together. You know? No, whatever.
Yep. I'd be interested to know how this sells. I feel like this is like one of those things that shows up in like a Black Friday sale down the road.
I hope it comes with Chinese money. That'd be awesome.
All right. So up next, Magic Square really wants me to buy some of their products, and they're doing a Jazz. It looks okay. I think So we'll go through the first picture. Jazz. Well, let's open the link so I make sure we're looking. Okay, first picture is Jazz standing there, and I think he looks fine, if not a little bit on the thick side, but
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, he looks good otherwise, right? The car mode is where you start. Like, I think it looks decent for the car mode. Flipping to that second picture in, like, why did they not continue the red stripe on the big blue piece of plastic there? Like, you know, looks like where his head is going to be. I mean,
what?
They're probably like, put an Autobot symbol here. I'm like, I just fucking finished the deco in case I don't want to. You know? And, like, I feel like the striping work looks kind of... It looks flat to me, right? Like, it doesn't look really complete or anything. So, I don't know.
Well, if you zoom into the photo where he has the speakers in alt mode, like, that stripe, it's not painted well. Looking. Maybe this isn't hand painted.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
I don't know, but look at the side windows. Like, what do you call that? The frame, you know, the front triangle.
The windows like frame the border of the window. Yeah,
they don't match. It looks like the front frame is covered in that blue and the back is white.
Yeah.
Like, that's the little things like that need to match on these little masterpieces. You can't.
I agree. And this is probably something that's going to look real good with like a repro label set to it, but that also is part of the problem. It's like it's going to be a tiny little set of stickers to put on a small figure that, like, you know, the smaller it is, the easier it is for those stickers to come off or not adhere correct or anything like that. And like, yeah, like the shape of the car looks great, but like you need, like, Magic Square needs to nail the deco here too, more than just the shape of the car.
So. What shot is that? I just missed it. There's a shot of him. He's very articulated, which is cool.
Is the only picture of the back of the car this, like, final picture? Yeah, I think so. The back of the car looks nice. It looks clean. So, I mean, in that regard, it looks like they did a good job, but...
I don't see the back. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you have to go to the picture where it's all of them.
Show me the back. I don't know. I can't get to it. Oh, well. He's got the little speakers for his hips. You can have wings on him. But I don't like that on his chest. that just blank blue with a bit of a stripe.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Just
Like
give me
that's
the,
something that should be like. I hope that it's just like a production sample and that's not the end result. Because like, it obviously feels like they're like, well, put your Autobot logo here. Like, why do we have to finish it? It's like because you're still gonna see parts of that behind the logo, right?
The
like,
colors don't match there. If you look in bot mode,
yeah,
blue that's covered, the blue that's solid doesn't match the blue with the stripe.
yeah.
Oh, but see, the thing is this, like, they don't need to do us that favor because a Repro Label set can come out that will be a blue square that, with a stripe through an Autobot symbol for the Jazz.
But, like, the problem with that is that, like, yeah, I mean, Repro Labels definitely could end up doing that. But, like, I hate, like, relying on that type of thing, right? Like,
I'd rather you give me a stripe.
Yeah, I'd rather you did it properly the first time too, because like Repro Labels can be so hit or miss, and like if you don't line it up, it doesn't work and things like that. Like just fucking finish your product.
Or you know what? We know that they can do this. Give us a flip around panel.
Yeah,
it's not going to be that small that you can't do that. Put it on little cheesy nibs. It could pop off by accident maybe, but give us a flip around panel.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't ever have to use it, but if you want to apply a sticker, you can flip it around, get your solid piece or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that'd be a okay compromise for sure.
But they're not going to do it.
Nope.
I'm getting this anyway, though.
Yeah, I'll get it too. I mean, it's a Jazz fan. I'll get it, and it won't be. It's not like it's breaking the bank, but
maybe it will.
Maybe it will. Yeah. Like, this is the one that we're going to charge New Age prices on.
Why not? Why don't they charge more? They might as well. That's the problem with New Age doing what they're doing. Magic Square's got to be saying, we need to raise our prices.
You're not wrong, but I will feel like that, like as much as it bothers me, New Age does it. I'm like, well, at least I know I'm gonna get like the product I'm gonna get, and then it's like Magic Square. I'm like, like I still feel like the same thing I said earlier is like I don't feel like your Stunicons were very consistent. Like I don't know if I would trust which version of Magic Square am I getting with the release. Presumably, like what was Magic Square just released? Hound. Matt said is like really like well done, right?
Look, Matt loves it. It's overall it has great presence, but it's really vinyl plastic. Again, it's not super hard, and it looks great, but.
I really wish you could pick like a Magic Square designer, or I guess like whoever runs Magic Square's brain on that. Like, why do you keep using that plastic when it's like inferior to what's out there?
I think it's
not good feeling plastic.
No, I think there's a reason for why they do it. It's because their transformations require it.
Yeah.
Like, they are a little intricate, and to make it work, they have to use a material that can just be freaking puttied around itself to get into where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Like it's not very like, you just flip this and align it that way, flip it, spin it, flip it back, and none of that. It's just like, okay, you're going to have to take this arm and like this like armature and you're going to have to kind of bend it to get it to this point. And then, once you plug it in, it'll force everything else together. It's just, you could tell like that's, at least that figure, I sent it to Bobby to take a look at, and I cut out a little image of a record and I glued it to his face, and then I printed out even teenier image of a record, and I glued that to his shoulder where his Autobot symbol would go. So he's just like a vinyl bot.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, Ramhorn, you're stuck in there.
All right. Well, up next, your favorite company, Mechanic Studios, supervised by Dr. Wu, has made, it looks like a Hearts of Steel Bumblebee, and they have a bunch of different repaints of it, but it's essentially all Bumblebee, and it's this Hearts of Steel one. So I only included that link. There's a Cliff Jumper. Apparently, there's one that looks like Thomas the Tank Engine for who knows what reason.
What is that? Like, what is the red, white, and blue?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, but I mean the robot.
Oh, who knows? This Thomas the Tank Engine is a thing. I mean, there was a KO set of Thomas the Tank Engine, which was interesting back in the day, so that's probably what this is referencing. And they say all these trains can be connected together, and their tracks can be connected together. Did they say their tracks? I think they just said the tracks. Let me go back here before I misspeak. Made new modification to part of the structure. Added rails, new variable weapons, modified color matching, blah, blah, blah. The rails can be extended indefinitely. Which what they mean is they can attach indefinitely. I suspect the rails themselves do not extend, and if they did, indefinite is the wrong word.
It's not like a clown scarf.
New train characters can run on this track. With the increase of characters, all trains can even be connected into a long train. So it looks like they're basically saying that they're going to be making a bunch of these Hearts of Steel characters, and you can connect them all. So it would be interesting to see if there's a Hearts of Steel Shockwave, who's a steamboat thing, that ends up coming out. But yeah, Hearts of Steel has been gone for a while. I think this looks kind of cool. I'm not going to get it, but it looks kind of cool.
It's like it was a steampunk, fad.
Yeah,
steampunk isn't the fad anymore,
Yeah.
I mean, unless the plastic would have.
Yeah, somewhere like one listener's like, "Good day to you, sir." It like swings his pocket watch around and twists his little mustache
while adjusting his like mechanical monocle.
Yes, exactly.
And his top hat with a steam pipe sticking out the side.
Mm-hmm. Good day to you both.
As he flexes his suspenders. Oh my god. Yeah, I would be interested in this if the plastic was wafer thin so that it would go with my MMC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be wafer thin plastic.
I'm wondering, did you use like, so I don't know what size this is. This looks like a Legends to me, but I don't know if that's correct or not.
I hope they're like 11 inches tall. I hope they just go all out way too inappropriately large. It's just mini bots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Hearts of Steel? Turn this on its head. These are the big bots, and we want Mini Prime. Little Mini Prime one. The Prime turns into that 2-person pump thing that you do on the train tracks.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't even know what that's called.
It's from that turns into Prime. He always comes to Bumblebee for help. Chip Chase. They should make a Chip Chase that's tied to a horse.
All right. Well, whatever you think. If it looks cool, I hope it turns out well for people who are into Hearts of Steel, because you guys have been starving for new bots for a while now. Did an MMC Hearts of Steel Bumblebee come out? I feel like there was a Hearts of Steel Bumblebee that came out a while back, but I don't.
There's a Flame Toys Inspector Gadgety one.
Okay.
And it was, I think that was like a model kit, and I don't know if anyone ever bought it, but it seemed like a steampunky like Inspector Gadget like self-copter thing.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if MMC ever did that.
I don't quite remember, to be honest with you.
They did the Seekers, they did Shockwave, and what else did they do?
They did Prime, they did Shockwave, they did the Seekers, and I couldn't remember if there's a Bumblebee. If there was a Bumblebee, that was the last one. So
hold on, let's just look it up really quick. Might as well. Seekers, Shockwave. I see a Prime prototype. Oh, they did the Prime.
No, they did Prime. Prime was the first one, or maybe Shockwave was first. I definitely know there was a Prime.
There was a. Looks like there was a drawing for Cyclonus and Insecticons. I don't know if they ever came out.
I don't recall that.
We did see Hearts of Steel Insecticons. I don't know what is fan art and what is. Here's the Insecticons. You don't remember these guys? What's Insecticons and what is. Insecticons. What is fan fiction? Here, what's this? I see. Here, what's this stuff? Here, I'm going to send this to you, too. I see a Bumblebee, but it's a drawing. So, they have the Shockwave. And then, is that Megatron supposed to be a cannon? Did that ever come out?
No, that never came out.
And there's a
okay,
drawing
so maybe we
of
just
Bumblebee.
saw the pictures of Bumblebee. I don't know if he ever came out. I know for a fact the Seekers came out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that Megatron looks like he's done, but I don't recall that being a thing.
Weird, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting. What if this is responsible? What if this is an insane hit? this Bumblebee, because everyone still loves Bumblebee, right? Everybody wants to buy this Bumblebee. And then they buy Hearts of Steel becomes a thing, and then it brings back steampunk. And then we have steampunk, a steampunk Transformers movie. And then everybody's wearing steampunk at the cons.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. No, that Top Hat guy will have his vengeance.
Be like, I told you, Shattered Cast.
I'm Top Hatimus Prime. Evolution. Wait, maybe this is one. Look, check this out. Is this box art? Hold on. I'm gonna send this. Now this is like a mystery to me, Justin.
It should be.
I'm sending you box art, but I don't see any toys. What is all this?
I don't think this Prime ever came out. This has to be like a custom or something. Because not the Prime. I'm sorry, the Megatron. I 100% don't recall this Megatron.
There's a Ratchet drawing there. Oh, this is hilarious. People really love this stuff.
It was pretty popular.
Oh my gosh. What is this? What is this? What character is this? Are these the tapes? Aren't these two tapes? The ape and the dragon or something?
No, that's Snapdragon and Ape Face, isn't it?
No. Aren't there tapes that combine?
There were. Yeah, I forget what their names are.
Oh boy.
No, not that. Oh, well, no, there was the Japanese ones had the dinosaurs, but I don't know.
Here's a prowl for you. His flip out wings. They're just upside down train wheels. It's so stupid. And he has, what do you call that gun? It's a musket. It's like a hand musket. That's his gun. Oh, God. Oh, you Hearts of Steel. Oh, is this a Soundwave? Hold on. Transformers, Hearts of Steel, Soundwave. What is this?
That Soundwave I remember hearing was like a nightmare to mess with too.
There's the Hearts of Steel Sound. What do you mean, Shockwave?
Shockwave. Sorry.
Yeah, I had the little version. All right. Yeah, and the Insecticons are supposed to combine. This wasn't even that long ago. Check this out. This was not that long ago. You'll remember this. You see the link? You see the image?
Hold on, I was looking at the other image. Oh yeah, I recall seeing that.
We saw this like within a year, didn't we?
I don't know. I feel like it's been longer than that, but I do recall seeing this.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, that's enough. There's a hound too. You can keep going. Oh God. Oh my God. There's so many Hearts of Steel. Okay, that's enough. What's next? Studio
so let's see. Next is I believe it's the oversized MP-44. So that's coming. He is like a quarter a prime taller. And I can only just say I hope you make it out of good plastic so it doesn't break after the first transformation.
Yeah, I don't see how this thing's going to survive.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they improved on it, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. I wonder how much it's going to cost.
That is a good
See, back in the day, MPP-10 was like $99 when it first came out. It was fun, you know. I don't know about this. I don't know how I feel about this. It looks like the backpack is more compressed, but
does it? Oh, well, I guess it does look like it's. Yeah, I just noticed that. That looks like there's like an extra joint that it kind of folds down some. I don't know. I mean, like, that's fine. Whatever. People liked it before. They can like it again, right? So, this type of thing. But
was MP-44 just knocked off 1-to-1 at any point?
I feel like it was. I do recall that there was a knockoff MP-44 at some point. But like you could only get the bot and not the trailer.
Right.
So.
I don't know. Obviously, you know, it probably doesn't have a voice box. Maybe that's why the back is smaller, backpack.
Oh, that's a good point. But does that affect the? I wonder if that would affect the alt mode in any way.
I don't remember where that backpack goes.
Yeah, I don't either. I haven't. Mine's sitting there. I haven't messed with it for God knows how long. So
yeah, I haven't messed with mine in ages. He's just up on the shelf, being all primey.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And he's probably not getting messed with anytime soon. So
no, I'm worried about all these bots now because that Megatron should not have fallen or been where it was.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if someone's coming in here. You know, worried. I'm gonna get a Ring camera.
All right. Well, on that note, next thing, Cell or Zeta or whatever their name is anymore, who knows, is releasing a G1 cartoon deco Unicron, and it's fine. And it's interesting because when I read it, they're like, "This is not the same. This is smaller than the HasLab one." I'm like, "It's the one." I'm like, "Is this new? Is this coming out from Hasbro? Like, what is going on?"
Right.
I'm like, "This looks exactly like my Zeta one or Cell," and you're like, "Yeah, it's Cell." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I don't really, I really don't see the point, and I haven't seen anybody criticizing the fact that they're releasing this. Like,
yeah, I mean,
do you need
fine.
two?
It's a good version. It's a good mold, right? Like, I enjoy the toy and everything like that. So, I mean, releasing it again, I suppose is fine. Like, I don't have anything specific to say about it.
I want to see if like online retailers have other cells in stock still. Let's see. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for the yawn. Jeez. Zeta. There, right here. Zeta. Cell. Go. No. Okay. Of course, they don't give me Zeta Cell at all. They just give me all of Zeta. And now I have to scroll through.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see that, right? Is it sold out? Hold on.
I don't know. It was hard to get a hold of for a while. Like, I know it was kind of selling out places. I don't know if they all completely sold out, but back when you could...
Oh, it's not pre-order. Zeta. Hold on. It's Studio Cell.
Yes, Studio Cell.
I can't just type Cell.
No. It's too easy.
Because then I'll get SH Figure Arts. All right.
Yeah.
Sold out. Pre-order. He's $20 more. Waiting list for the reissue. Pumpkin is in stock for $430. It's just oranger. It's just such subtle differences. Like, really? You know? But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
like I said, it's a good mold. It's a good version of this toy. So,
but I mean, okay, if like I could see if it was always sold out, and now there's a demand. People want to buy a Unicron. They're not happy with the Hasbro one. They'll buy this. But you already have a mold like sitting on shelves. So if people were going to buy your toy, they would have, because the pumpkin one is a repaint that is like more vibrant colors. So they would have bought that if they were buying it. Why are they going to buy this one? People that already own one, I can't imagine are going to buy another one.
No, not me, for sure.
This is a waste of money. This is a bad business move. You know, I don't know if they're copying what Toy World did with their Devastator, but they kind of all sold out as they came out because they were very distinctive repaints. They did something different each time. Yes, they were repaints, but you got a unique type of repaint, recolor, whatever, every time. This is very subtle. This is for the person who missed out and you want to reissue it, but make it interesting. So you're doing a recolor, you know, but no,
I would agree with that. I think that's probably the case too.
This can kill them. This is an investment by the people of this company, and third party is very precarious. Any small businesses, so this is going to hurt them.
Well, I hope not. I hope they continue doing well, because I do think that they make some of the more interesting things that are out there. But yeah, I do too.
I agree. I mean, it's not. But is it really Zeta?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's true too. We have no clue. So
maybe it's not Zeta. Maybe it's just one person who just basically makes this figure.
Yeah. You may be right.
I hope it's not Zeta. At this point now, I don't want it to be Zeta because I know it's gonna hurt Zeta, and I want more, Legends figures from them.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So you're getting it.
I'm getting 2.
Good.
Yeah. No, I hope it works out for them. I enjoy my Zeta. It's a good toy. I don't think that it's particularly hard to transform.
Right.
But yeah, I just hope it works out for you. That's all I can say.
Mm-mm.
So
Good luck with that.
yeah. And if you are gonna buy it, make sure you understand how things move before you start moving them. So.
Good thing I accidentally ordered a second one from Show Z. It showed up a year later.
Mm-hmm.
I kept that shit in the box. I just need to know I have it and it's not broken.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Good.
Speaking of which, I got more than one chomp by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is back when, like, you know, the pre-orders were hitting and there's such a crazy scramble. And, you know, I don't know why, but nowadays Fanstoys tends to give you more time now. Like, at first it's a scramble, but most things you can kind of find a retailer is getting some available and you can get one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or some things are still available. Like, Perceptor is still available, I believe. Like a few... Springer, I think you can still get. There's a few figures that are still available.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on which ones, but they are. So, but in the heat of the moment, I was like, I gotta try with this person. I gotta try with this person. I got multiples.
All right. Well, if that's the case, we'll talk.
All right. Good.
So mine has not. Obviously, like I said, I've got mine from BBTS, so it'll be here next year. So there is time for me to cancel that, and I can relieve you of one. So.
All right. Good.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
well,
boy.
moving on to the next thing. Last thing for third-party news. God, it's taking forever tonight. It's all third-party news. MMC still wants us to remember that they're going to put out this Deathzaurus, DZF, if you will, named after one Lenny Decepticon, who I don't think cares about Transformers anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't been on Instagram for so long that I don't even know what he's into anymore.
He's into like personal fitness and weightlifting and stuff.
Yeah.
For a while, he was into airsoft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think he has a whole gym going on in his flat,
mm-hmm.
if you will, the good old Australian construction of painted cinder block walls.
Mm-hmm.
But he does a lot of working out.
Hey,
you know,
that's cool.
How come this link only shows the one version?
I don't know. There's more than one version.
There's 2 versions. It's like 2 molds. It's so weird.
Yeah. So this is the only link that I found. So if there is another one, which I'm not doubting, I just have not seen it. So
how do you spell it?
It's D
I got it.
ZEF.
Let's see, where's the MMC? This is from October 2020. Come on, shitbag. It's just so annoying. Let's go to Third Party Unlimited. Shout out to Third Party Unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think I saw it, but I didn't paste it because you had it. Let's see. Hold on. Deathzaurus. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to share this link to you. Copy link. Now I can copy the link on my phone, but I can't go into the notes on my phone. Let me copy the link. Oh, Matt's back. Ooh, Matthew's typing. You see it?
Let me see. Oh, yeah. That blue one with the, like, remolded wings.
So, like, so much of it's remolded. Well, the chest thing isn't. Okay, a lot of it isn't actually remolded. It's a different head, different wings. And I think that's it. But there are alt mode images. I suck at this. This is why I don't do the notes.
Mm-hmm.
I saw images of the alt mode, and they're very, different heads for the alt mode as well, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And the wings. Which one do you like better aesthetically, Justin?
I mean, aesthetically, I think I probably prefer the lighter blue one. Like, I like the face and all that stuff. But if I think I was going to buy one, I probably would buy the G1 one just because it fits my collection better.
Now, is this toy versus comic?
I think so. I don't know
prefer
enough about DZF to be 100% sure of that, but I think that is the case. I think it's toy versus comic.
I think I would like aesthetically. I like the lighter blue better, but for a shelf, I think I prefer the darker blue with the bright red wings. You know, it looks more old school.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I forget which one I have pre-ordered. I didn't pre-order two. That was years ago. I don't even know where the hell that thing is.
Yeah. Probably don't even know where it's coming from at this point.
I don't.
So, it'll just show up.
5 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks
Christ.
cool. But at this point, like, it's going to be so dated. Like, why MMC is still going with this is a little bit beyond me personally. Like,
yeah, why'd they stop in the first place? Why'd this take so long?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're like, what was the one they did? The Nova Prime they did. You remember that? And it's like, by the time it came out, it was like, we haven't been to that level of third party or whatever in years.
Desperation.
Yeah, like why are we doing this now? But I mean, it is what it is, right? So
this wasn't like first, like, you know, revealed when they were doing their Skylinks.
I could have sworn Lenny was on the damn show when we heard about this.
I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah. So
this
I mean,
really was a long time ago.
This is a long time ago. I mean, and for anyone who is, you know, not has not followed us from the previous podcast, Lenny was on that podcast before, and I'm pretty sure he was on this or just, you know, recently off of that show when this was kind of teased. So this is definitely a long time coming.
Right, because he was working heavily with MMC, doing photography, promotions. So this might have been like right as he was leaving the show that this was teased. It was something like that.
Yeah.
Because I could swear that when he left, that's when he started doing more of the MMC promotion stuff. Yeah. I don't think he was doing it at the same time.
I think you might be right.
But it was around that time. It was a long time ago.
It's a very long time at this point.
This was before Lenny was into airsoft, before Lenny got into weight training. This is like 4 jobs ago.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. So it's very strange that this is where we are right now. So
the only reason I'm excited for it is because it's named after my friend.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I can't complain. I really like the G1 alt mode a lot. I'd probably leave it in alt mode. It's like an angry chicken.
It does look like an angry chicken.
It just reminds me of, makes me think of Lenny, you know, and his impact on the community.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's weird. So, if you wanted to keep going with this, I'm surprised they haven't modernized it. Like and MMC is like one of those companies too that I feel like is just like fallen off of the planet at this point. Like, right?
Are they doing a bulkhead or they already did?
No, that's KFC doing that, isn't it? I think
they're doing something. They're doing something. Like, I don't know what. They are doing some stuff, but it's nowhere near. They don't have the kind of presence that they used to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Make Toys is gone,
but
it's like MMC faded back away. MMC disappeared. MMC kind of faded. I mean, they did do stuff. I mean, they're doing the tapes. They're doing the blaster tapes. We know that. You know, they had prototypes at last 2 conventions, right? They had Steel Jaw. I think they had Ramhorn, and we saw the little robot guys, eject and rewind. So they're doing some stuff, and we know the con before last, I think, is when they had more IDW, that IDW skinny thing. You know, they have been doing stuff, but they're just really kind of just zoned in on IDW and tapes.
Yeah.
Not really not really exploring. Like this isn't the MMC of old doing the Predacons, you know, or anything like that. I mean, that's done. I can't see them dipping their toe so much outside of the tapes, you know.
Yeah.
Like they were doing G1 stylized stuff when they first released Ravage, you know, and people were like, what? It's out of scale.
Mm-hmm.
And that was almost an offshoot. And now that's really their only G1 project, the tapes.
Yeah.
It's out of scale, you know, in scale for real life tapes.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird how they shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Their offshoot became their bread and butter. You know, everyone buys up their, and they also did the Batman repaint, the second Batman repaint.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And did that Batman repaint come out as any other robot, or is it exclusively been...
No, that was another robot that they slightly tweaked.
It was like Wing or something like that, right?
Which was another robot, which was another robot, which was another robot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Wing. I think it was something else, but it got the good old MMC retool treatment. You know, they did a Batman, and now this is an Adam West Batman. I'm just like, wow, they should change it. Their logo should go from a penguin to a rabbit hole. You know, because you're collecting this stuff, you're just going down that rabbit hole. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, people love it though. You know, IDW collectors, they need MMC.
Yeah,
they do.
True.
You know, they have MMC and Iron Factory. And Iron Factory is kind of dropping the whole IDW thing. They're just like, fuck it, samurais. They're all samurais.
Yeah. That is true.
I don't know.
Well, all right. That is it for our third-party news. We have a couple more things of official news to take a look at. And the first one is Legacy Blitzwing and Deluxe Wildrider have been released. And, I've seen Blitzwing being teased for a little while now, and I think Blitzwing could use a little help. Like, I'm surprised at this point that they couldn't figure out or make... Well, let's face it. They could make the nose cone of the tank or the jet go in further for the tank. They just chose not to. That'd be an extra piece or something like that they'd have to pay for. That disappoints me, right? Like, they really should have done that, because it's so close to being really good, and then it's but we're gonna leave this like this, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, okay, but the jet too. Come on.
It's
like he has to fly around with a landing.
Oh yeah,
pad
I haven't seen the jet this way with the treads like that. Yeah, I don't know. Once again, this is a Blitzwing, not so good looking Blitzwing to me. So
he's like, I am the pinnacle of technology.
Yeah.
I fly around with my own landing pad.
Exactly. So
I can land anywhere, and if I ram you from behind, whoop!
Blitzwing is not looking so hot to me.
If you get attacked by this guy and he's in tank mode, you better freaking not. You better be standing up straight with butt cheeks clenched.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but hold on. Go to photo 10, L010.
L010. Let's see. Okay.
He's like, don't mess at me when I got my giant angry hands on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Are these going to be the combiner hands that we're going to be working with for the Stunicons, or
Oh God.
What is this?
I don't know. My polydactyly missile launcher hands. Oh God. He looks like the Prime. What do you call it? Transmetals 2 Prime with the giant orange hands.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Oh God. I hope not. They're just like, yeah, give them the combiner hands.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, if this is the combiner hands, then I think they need to reconsider what they're doing. But
if you look at photo L011, that silhouette,
little batteries.
They look like they're gonna get sued by Disney. That fucking silhouette. That really is almost the trademark infringement right there. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is not necessarily my favorite thing that I've seen from Hasbro.
That jet.
I have seen pictures of the jet, and I didn't notice the treads until I see it on this picture. I thought, I'm like, that's not a bad looking jet mode, but yeah, it's not good.
But the folded up nose cone sticks out almost as far as the tank turret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does it shoot? Humans?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
come, I need ammo. Hey, you want to go for a plane ride? They sit in the cockpit. Sucker, I just needed bullets.
Yeah, like the fact that like the actual like the glass for the cockpit sticks out is like, what are you doing?
It's a tank.
Yeah.
Like, it's a tank, but like the front of it is glass.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely not my favorite design from them.
Oh my god!
But
I love the base of that plane, though. Come on now.
Dead
You
End.
love it. Let's see.
Dead End looks super nice. I'm like, I don't need these. I'm like, I kind of need these. Like this Dead End is definitely. They're looking good so far.
It's really interesting to me how far they've come. Alt mode's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like
on it.
the alt mode is so close to the Ferrari too, but with like little subtle changes here and there to be like, it's not Ferrari. It's inspired by it, but it is not. You know, like they did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, mainline has really come far. They really have.
Yeah.
8 years ago, 9 years ago, people would be jumping up and down if like this was a fans project released.
Yeah.
You know, they've come far.
Yep. Looks
I'm
good.
impressed.
I'm very impressed with Dead End, Wildrider. I look forward to seeing the combined mode. I'm hopefully gonna just be able to say I can stay away from it, but it's looking pretty nice. So the next thing is there is also the first look at the Legacy Motormaster, a Shattered Glass Blaster, and again Blitzwing's box. I only included this because they showed Motormaster here. And
where is he? I don't.
Good.
Where is he? I just see a box.
It's just the box. You don't. So we have to go by the box art, but I'm pretty sure we're seeing the toy in the art there, like, 'cause you can see like
see
the
the
back
alt
of the
mode on
trailer and
top.
stuff like that, and like.
Well, you
it's
see the alt
looking
mode
good.
on top. The first image, you can see the toy on the top of the box.
Oh, can you? Let's see.
First image.
Yeah, you can see it. So, I mean, it's
Where's
looking solid
that?
so far, from what I can see. So, I've always liked the Motormaster truck. Like, this might be, I don't know, I might have to get this. I don't know. I don't want to be in on this, but like I feel like I'm probably going to be in on this. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't give a shit about the blaster and stuff, so we don't have to talk about that because, who cares? But like,
Interested. I'd be interested in seeing the bot mode and combined mode.
yeah, exactly. So,
Huh.
we'll see. I am tentatively looking forward to this this release to see what they decide to do with it because it's looking pretty good right now. So.
I just hope it scales like the G1 toy does. I just hope like Motormaster's cab is teeny, and you get like a 6-inch tall combined mode out of this.
I guess we'll see. So, yeah.
Oh boy. All
We'll
right.
see. This is definitely something I could see picking up. Like, remember that, and like I know you remember because we mentioned it before. That Lone Wolf Motormaster that like connected to the
Didn't you get
Wars,
that?
Combiner
Didn't you-
Wars. Yeah, I have it. So, I don't know where it is, but like I fucking love that Motormaster's alt mode, like, because I love that truck, right? Like,
Right.
so like this one, like I see this truck, I'm like, it looks good. I might need to have it just because I like the truck. Like, I don't know if I want all the Stunnicons. Like, maybe I should get all the Stunnicons. I'm gonna have to think about this pretty intensely here.
It would be
See what
nice
I
to be able
wanna
to
do.
really get an idea of how long the trailer is, though. Like, I wonder if they're playing with the perspective because the trailer's short.
I think it probably is. I would guess it probably is, honestly. So,
You look at it, it looks like it's just twice as long as the cab. Maybe that's accurate. I don't know.
it's probably not, but
There's no smokestacks.
Yeah.
Like, if
might
you
be.
look at, like,
we'll
they
see.
use that white line in the art to kind of make the cab look shorter than it is. But where's the toy?
Yeah, and
And the toy at the top of it's at a funny angle. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I hope it's good. I do.
drag strip. Can I get this drag strip anywhere? I can pre-order. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we'll see. I might be in on these just because I think it looks pretty good. Like for the mainline stuff, I've been trying to mostly stick to the Autobots, like the G1 Arc bots, but like I kind of really like this, so I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're doing good stuff at least. So.
Let me see if we have a Legacy Menasor. Let's see. It's Legacy Menasor. Is this it? I think this is it. I think we might have seen this. This looks good if this is it, man. I just sent it to you. You see it?
Let me see.
I wonder if that's it.
I'm still on DZF here. Yeah, I saw that picture. If that's what it is, like it doesn't look bad at all. So
that was good.
What does drag strip look like? We can tell if this is. I need Matt.
Or is this the magic square?
That I think is the magic square, because look at, okay, so I've got a picture here. This is, I guess, the in-hand, this is in-hand drag strip. God, I can't remember how to copy and paste on a Mac. I don't use it enough. Okay. So if you look at the in-hand image of drag strip, specifically like the thumbnail image that they have there, like you can see the rear engine of drag strip there, where it's separated, and it just is totally different than that picture where you've got like the big engine blocks. I think this might be the magic square one. I think it is. The
stripes, even there's the proportions.
Yeah. So this is magic.
You don't
square
have
in
those.
This picture,
you have those big holes.
Was that?
You don't have the big hexagonal ports.
Oh, yeah.
You see that over the wheel?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. So.
And also, there's a yellow bit in the middle of the engine block on the combined mode that is not there. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Well, that's okay. Oh well. I hope it's good.
In any case, I look forward to seeing what they do with this.
All right.
So I'm probably gonna have to buy it just because I like it. So.
Cool.
Yep. So all right, what we got next? I think we're on our last topic. I just threw this in there because there was not too much regular news, and I thought Matt would be here, and Matt likes to talk Hasbro. Anyway, there is the Amazon exclusive Transformers Primal Team Rescue Bots, and I guess it's just basically the Dino forms of Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and I guess Grimlock. I didn't even know that this Grimlock was a thing.
Did they put the box up there because they can't stand without the box there?
That's a good question. So I do not know this Grimlock. I've never messed with it. He looks like a happy Grimlock though. I don't know.
Oh boy.
This would be right up my kid's alley because he loves dinosaurs and robots. So this is robot dinosaurs. But yeah, I'm not in on this. Like I love the rescue bots, but like I've fallen off of when they went to like weird dinosaurs and stuff.
Did they in the cartoon?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. Because Optimus Prime is Beast Wars Megatron Reborn.
Yes, exactly.
Very weird.
I don't know if they did go that way in the cartoon. I for the first time ever, my son was flipping through his Amazon Fire tablet. He's like, "Look, I'm watching Rescue Bots." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." And then I'm like, "Oh, this is the last episode of Rescue Bots, apparently." Like, because like it paves the way for that Rescue Academy show that came out. Like,
boy,
recently. I'm like, oh, never had seen the end of Rescue Bots, so that was interesting. But whatever. I am not prompting him to watch Transformers, and he's finding it on his own, so that's exciting, right? So
yeah.
Anyway, so
all
that's
right.
it. That's all we have. That's the show. Sorry you had to put up with Robert and I, and none of the people who make the show fun and witty. Robert, Robert, you make the show fun and witty. I'm more
so
dry,
do you, Justin.
Right? So
you're fun. You're not dry.
Yeah, maybe Oscar will be back sometime. Don't know what he's
think he
got
will.
going on with that cartel he's running or whatever now. I can't remember what he said. It's either a cult or a cartel or who knows, but Oscar is doing something. CD. So
Isn't
we
he
keep
always?
asking him when he's coming back, and he told us, what did he tell us today? April 33rd.
Yeah.
So who knows?
But yeah, I hope Matt's okay. It's wild. We heard that hail hit in his house.
Oh my God! And hopefully, if I remember when I'm editing this, the listeners heard it too in the intro. Like it legit sounded like Matt was popping popcorn right next to his microphone. Like, holy crap, that is
Or tap
that is
dancing.
some hail. So
I just hope he remembered to bring Gator in from the yard.
for sure. So.
All right.
All right. Well, that's it for us. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Have a good night.
Bye bye.